Today on the recap, we've got the romantic thriller Bad Sister. Let's go. The film begins with a young man, Jason Brady, playing the guitar in his room. Jason is a musician and a blogger. After summer break, Jason and his sister Zoe head back to their Catholic boarding school, where they are welcomed by the headmistress, Sister Rebecca. Hi, sister. Meanwhile, a new nun, Sister Sophia, watches Jason and his family from the principal's office window. Sister Rebecca returns to greet Sister Sophia and reminds her about the importance of following the school's strict rules. Sister Rebecca immediately hands Sister Sophia a handkerchief, instructing her to remove her makeup. After a brief exchange, the headmistress begins showing Sophia around the school. During the tour, Sophia meets Jason and discovers he will be her new homeroom student. Mr. Rebecca shows Sophia to her room. Alone in her room, Sophia watches Jason's music videos on her laptop. She becomes so infatuated that she kisses the screen, revealing that she already knows Jason and has ulterior motives for being at the school that night. Unable to resist, Sophia sneaks into the dormitory to secretly listen to Jason play his guitar. The next day, a popular student named Sarah flirts with Jason in class. Soon after, Sister Sophia enters and notices their interaction. Becoming visibly jealous, Sophia sternly scolds Sarah, her tone coming across as unsettling. Sarah reminds Sister Sophia that she has not said her morning prayers. Later in the schoolyard, Sarah and Jason continue their conversation. Sarah complains to Jason about Sister Sophia's strange behavior. As Sarah and Jason kiss, Sister Sophia suddenly appears furious. She orders Jason back to class and warns him to stay away from Sarah. Later, Sister Sophia summons Jason to her room after school, citing school rules that prohibit boys from visiting girls' dormitories, especially a nun's quarters. Despite the rule, Jason decides to go. When he arrives, he notices the door slightly open. Peeking inside, he's shocked to see Sister Sophia wearing bright red lingerie. Having removed her nun's uniform, she pretends not to notice him, but Jason realizes it was intentional and bolts from the room. That night, Jason lies awake, unable to stop thinking about Sister Sophia. He even fantasizes about kissing her. Meanwhile, Sophia sneaks into the girls' dormitory while everyone is asleep. She slips a pack of cigarettes into Sarah's textbook, devising a plan to frame Sarah and have her expelled unexpectedly. Sister Rebecca catches Sophia in the act. Sophia claims she was merely checking on the dormitory's security. Rebecca, though suspicious, lets it go and leaves the next day during class. Sister Sophia instructs the students to open their textbooks. Sarah finds the hidden pack of cigarettes, which immediately draws attention from Sister Sophia and the entire class. Then, what is it doing in your textbook? I don't know. Tearfully, she insists the cigarettes aren't hers, but the school enforces its strict rules. Sarah is suspended and temporarily removed from the school. The entire school undergoes a thorough search, and a bottle of alcohol is found in Jason's dorm room. While punishing Jason, Sister Sophia speaks with the other staff, convincing them to show leniency. As a result, Jason is assigned to clean the school during the weekends. Sophia's real intention was to ensure Jason remained at school. Over the weekend, flashbacks reveal Sophia's increasing obsession with Jason. She delves deeper into his life and discovers another nun named Sophia, working at Jason's school. Sophia meets the real nun and sends her away. Taking her place disguised as Sister Sophia, she begins showing up at the school. During Jason's weekend cleaning duties, both Jason and his sister Zoe are present. Under the guise of working together, Sophia tries to seduce Jason. That night, while Jason is asleep, Sophia sneaks into his room and secretly starts recording on his phone. Jason wakes up startled to find Sister Sophia in his room. She approaches him and attempts to manipulate him into inappropriate behavior. Jason initially resists, knowing it's wrong, but Sophia's advances are persistent. Overwhelmed by her charms, Jason gives in and they share an intimate encounter. The next morning, Jason feels a deep sense of guilt and shame over what happened. Later, when Jason's room is empty, Sophia sneaks in and begins sniffing his clothes. Zoe unexpectedly walks in and catches her in the act. Sophia scolds Zoe harshly, but Zoe later tells Jason about what she saw. Enraged, Sophia retaliates by giving Zoe a failing grade on her exam. After school, Jason decides to seek guidance and confess his mistakes. To his surprise, it's Sister Sophia, not the priest who hears his confession. During their conversation in the confessional booth, Sophia oversteps boundaries, further complicating Jason's emotion. That weekend, Jason attends a party where Sarah attempts to kiss him. However, Jason's mind is consumed by thoughts of Sophia. Unable to proceed, he leaves the party, taking a bottle of alcohol with him. Jason is caught by the police with the bottle, but Sophia suddenly appears and intervenes on his behalf. Sophia takes Jason to a hotel and attempts to seduce him again. Jason, however, finally tells her that her behavior is wrong and unacceptable. Sophia expresses her longing to be with him, suggesting they use his wealth to start a new life together in Paris. Jason, realizing how unbalanced she is, angrily rejects her, criticizing her manipulative actions. They leave the hotel and Jason, feeling lost, sits by the roadside and calls Zoe for help. Later, Jason's father speaks with Zoe, offering his support for Jason's music career. Returning to school, Jason finds Sister Sophia unconscious in her room, believing she has attempted suicide by overdosing on drugs. Jason panics. It turns out it was a prank to get Jason's attention and sympathy. Unable to tolerate Sophia's manipulations any longer, Jason threatens to report her actions to the priest and the school principal. Sophia, in turn, threatens to reveal their forbidden relationship in front of everyone. Shortly afterward, when Sophia is teaching a lesson, his sister Rebecca suddenly interrupts him. The school principal tells Sarah to attend class as normal since the punishment is over. Jason and Sarah's relationship grows closer again, and the two are often seen together in friendly settings. This has caused Sophia to feel jealous and angry. Sophia makes plans to get rid of Sarah. In the evening, Sophia sneaks into the women's dormitory and catches Sarah in the shower. Sophia continued to beat Sarah until she was seriously injured. Sophia then dropped the soap on the floor and pretended that Sarah had slipped and had an accident. A short time later, Zoe was shocked to see Sarah lying on her face. She immediately called the police and other hostile residents for help. They decided that Sarah's injuries had been caused by a fall in the bath. The boarders gathered in the church, and after prayer, Jason approached Sophia and accused her of being responsible for Sarah's sudden death. However, after a brief conversation, the headmaster shows Sophia's sister around the neighborhood. Even though it was true, Sophia showed no fear. She became angry and threatened Jason by showing him a videotape of their intimacy. Sophia then warned Jason not to reveal her behavior or else. Over the weekend, Jason and Zoe were picked up by their parents. Sophia intended to meet Jason while he was with his family. She asked her sister, Rebecca, for permission to attend her aunt's funeral. Jason and Zoe were having dinner with his parents at a restaurant when Sophia suddenly appeared in front of them and was surprised to see them. Jason's parents greeted Sister Sophia warmly and invited her to dinner. Meanwhile, Sister Rebecca called the hospital, where Sophia's supposed aunt was being treated. However, the hospital had no record of the patient Sister Rebecca had mentioned. After dinner, Zoe asked Jason to tell her what had happened, as he was nervous while Sister Sophia was around. Jason admitted to Zoe that he had been intimate with the teacher and that he had been threatened with intimate recordings. He then expressed his doubts to her about Sister Sophia's identity. Determined to get to the truth, Jason and Zoe broke into Sister Sophia's room and accessed her computer. They eventually discovered that her real name was Laura Patterson. Laura deliberately sent her real sister, Sophia, away in order to infiltrate Jason's school and gain access to him. While Sister Rebecca summoned Sophia to her office, Sister Rebecca was going to expose all of Sophia's lies and report her to the priest. However, as Sister Rebecca went to the door, Sophia hit her head and Sister Rebecca fell and passed out. Jason and Zoe, determined to report Sophia's identity, went to Sister Rebecca's room. Jason and Zoe end up going to the church to see Sophia. They told her that they already knew who she was and that they would inform Sister Rebecca. As the situation escalated and enraged, Sophia quickly knocked Zoe out and aggressively attacked Jason. Unexpectedly, Sister Rebecca intervened and pulled Sophia away. Taking advantage of the chaos, Jason pulled a screwdriver out of his pocket and used it to stop Sophia. 7 months later, all students successfully graduated.